Alright. Hey everyone, and welcome to D&D Vlogs, episode... Okay, honestly, I forget the number. I always do. So I'm just going to skip that. Also, really quick, if you hear some buzzing off to the side, that would be my tall fan that I'm running because it's still summer and it's hot outside. So... let's just cut to the chase, because I have quite a lot to go through today. Thank you, Connor, for so much fun in world building, and I do mean that, as a player, as a guy who's, taking notes and trying to record vlogs on every episode. Yeah, it's a real pain. Like I got on my phone, I gotta scroll through all that. So, okay, basically last we left off, we set camp up near the base of the mountains in a foresty area. We fought some bandits, and we were pressing forward. We walked into the forest, and suddenly a dark, mysterious fog just fell across all of us. Basically inside of it, we all faced what were essentially our darkest moments. I'm not going to go into all of them, but Brett's, one of Brett's friends, who died. We saw him again, and you had to watch that happen again. His demise. Basically, in Brett's backstory for his character, he's been adventuring for some time, and he, met a friend. I want to say the name was Richard Johnson, or the shorthand for Richard. Ha ha ha. I'm not sure, but basically, they had a really good relationship, and unfortunately, Richard passed away, due to old age. And yeah, it really struck Brett's character, Toby, the Magnificent Armstrong. Yeah, whatever. I know, I'm trying to remember the names and the characters, and it's a bit of a mess, so I'm gonna apologize for that. But yeah, so seeing, your friend who you saw, you laid to rest some time ago, come back and go again in not pleasant fashion. It's not very good. My character, Burgle, was just called out for being a coward and running away from his friends who needed him. Because basically the big thing with Burgle's story arc is, he wants to prove himself a hero. He wants to prove that he's strong and worthy, and yeah. And while he's not a College of Valor bard, he's a College of Lore, he knows that there's value in, learning magics and his intelligence, and he wants to use that. Elle faced, a monster version of Aragon, because, they were married briefly, and unfortunately he passed away. He was killed by, he was killed by Ares, the Horseman of War, not long after that. Goku had to, see his village burned, and Lil Ass Kicker, because we didn't really develop much of Lil's backstory. Basically, she just faced a scenario of a time where she wasn't fast enough. Because with her character, she's mostly based in dexterity, so, a speed thing seemed natural. Alright, after that, we faced our fears, we all stood up to them, and, we came across an animal spirit, a watcher of the forest, which, we came across different animal spirits, each of us. I'm not going to go into the specific ones because it's not a big deal, but they were all servants of Josiah, and I'm going to put the text name below here so you guys can, for reference. Basically, this was a character from one of Connor's other campaigns, and it just seemed fitting. So if I misspelled it, Connor, I'm apologizing for that. Let's see. Anyway, we talked to her. We learned that those memories, the fog, everything was, a test by her to, weed out those who were unworthy, of of entering the vault of Calanestro. We all passed. We had all proven ourselves to be good, pure, worthy, of entering. Because she is one of 4 guardians for the vault of Calanestro. And I'll go into the other 3, as we go along. So yeah. Yeah. Also, we all got to ask our own questions. I forget what questions we asked. We learned we're close to the vault of Calanestro, and that the Black King has come this way as well. And 3 more guardians to face. At the site of the second trial, and this was good and interesting encounter. I loved this bit. Gosh. But basically, the setup for this trial was, there were 2 statues right by a doorway. And basically it was, I don't want to say a cliche, but something I've seen before. Basically, you face 2 people. One only tells truth, one only tells lies. Where I've seen this specifically was Yu-Gi-Oh! But, basically, you deal with, you have to choose, the right person to deal with in order to gain entry, or, perish, or whatever. We weren't exactly sure because one of the statues was just, like, obliterated. So basically our party walks up to the door, the one remaining statue's eyes light up, it looks to us, and it's about to begin the spiel, but then, it looks to the side to see that its, mate, friend, whatever, has been destroyed and just powers down. And we go to the door and see that it's basically been forced open. Sorry. I have to keep my place. And, the door's been forced open, and behind the door there's, unfortunately a dead gnome. An artificier gnome who basically, set up this second test, where basically, kind of explained it to us. Either, we pass the test, or we try and force our way through, and then, we face off with the statues and a few other things. Unfortunately, he was dead. And also, really quick, just a fun, interesting thing that Connor said that I just want to highlight here was, this was basically a gnome based on Rick Sanchez from the animated series Rick and Morty. And so, he didn't get to do much, we didn't get to interact with him, but it was good and interesting.
I'm Tiny Rick!
So anyway, we moved past that to the third Guardian. And we find the Black King fighting an ancient black dragon, and he teleports away, leaving us to fight it. Goku tried to tell, the black dragon we weren't allied with the Black King, but didn't believe him, and a fight ensued. David, did roll for it. He also spoke in Draconic, so that, gave his words some more weight. But unfortunately, that didn't really work out. And then, just for a bit more, context, we faced the dragon when he was about half health. And he was taken out in 3 turns. Little Ass Kicker, Toby, the Magnificent Armstrong, and Goku. Paladin, Fighter, and Barbarian/Bard. Yeah, basically they just savaged him. Goku cut it in half from the neck down and planted his sword through its head. Yeah, that was, I mean, that was cool and badass, do not get me wrong, but just, oof. He felt bad about it, because Goku's a Dragonborn, and, yeah, killing one of your kind, sort of, yeah, yeah. So, we're through 3 Guardians, we have 1 more to go. And the 4th Guardian didn't even stop the Black King. Basically, this was a Goliath character. I think I have the name later in the video, and hopefully I do. If I don't, it's whatever. But anyway, basically, the 4th Guardian is a giant Goliath dude who's meant to, stop anyone who doesn't have the mace. I forget the name of it. Hopefully I can go back through notes and figure something out, but regardless, the mace is the key to the catacombs to get the weapons and such. Basically, if you don't have the mace, you're going to have a fight on your hands. If you do have the mace, right this way. Which was, interesting. Obvious, I brought up the concern of, dude, it's the Black King, why isn't he trying to stop him? It's Connor just explained, hey, he's essentially neutral in this. He doesn't care as long as... he doesn't care as long as the person has the mace. That's his job. He's not good or evil, he's neutral. That's it. Yeah, so So his job done, you know, he stood aside, the Black King rushed into the vault. Goku rushed in after him, and I, of course, stupidly had to say out loud, hey, what if we, like, take the mace out and we try and, like, you know, seal the tomb back up? Yeah, Toby, you know, because he's good and, I'm going to say the word impulsive here, decided that's a good idea, and he went for it. You know, he pulled the mace out of, you know, the key socket hole, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, the tomb started to close up. So, hopefully I can find this visual here. But imagine, like, the Cave of Wonders from, Aladdin. You know, whenever the one bad dude stepped into it first. I watched the movie, like, last week. Okay, I love it. It's great. But anyway, yeah, so imagine that kind of scenario. So, the Black King's obviously very far down. Goku's a decent distance down. However, he did pass a dexterity check to at least get back out of the hole without getting crushed. So, you know, imagine, like, again, the end of Aladdin's, you know, trek through the Cave of Wonders, where he just gets to the end. But he actually does get out, and he doesn't die. So, yeah. And really quick, I want to, you know, like, I want to justify myself here. Whenever I said that, like, I was suggesting it as, like, a final move, like, if we can't, you know, like, you know, maybe we go down there, we try and fight the Black King, or at least stop anything that he tries to do, but, like, you know, Toby went with, that's plan A. And, you know, thinking about with time and such, like, honestly, probably, I'm sorry, David, I'm sorry, Goku, but, like, you know, if the Black King being sealed down below the Earth's surface happens, we can justify one doom. I am so sorry for that. I did not mean that originally, but I can see the practicality of that now in hindsight. However, you were lucky, you didn't get crushed. Hope you still love me whenever I see you next game, David, which I forget is in... I forget when it is, especially with recording and putting this thing up. But, yeah. So, anyway, you know, sealed it up. We're like, okay, now what do we do? He's down there. He's got all the ultimate weapons. This is bad. Well, in a rage, he burst up through the floor. You know, basically also setting off... setting off the volcano. That was the Vault of Calanestro. Because, yeah, and basically, so, you know, with the thing pulled out, you know, it basically was sent back out into the world by the Goliath dude, so he must have been some kind of magic user, maybe a sorcerer or something, I don't know, kind of didn't specify, but yeah, and, you know, Brett drew the parallel between that and, Dragon Ball. The Dragon Balls from Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Super, which basically, you know, you collect 7 Dragon Balls, you make a wish, and then, like, all the Dragon Balls, like, come together, like, in a cool, flashy thing, and then they just fly off to the, you know, different places, and you have to find them again. I don't know, I thought it was funny. Anyway, after that, you know, the Black King, again, still in a rage, you know, attacks the Guardian dude. I want to say his name started with an A. I can't remember. Yeah, the Goliath is Tarkov. Hopefully I'm spelling this one right. It's T-A-R-K-O-V. But yeah. And, you know, Toby and Goku attack him to at least release his grip. You know, and, basically... Well, okay. I can't remember what I just said 5 seconds ago. But basically, you know, the Black King had the Goliath in a chokehold, you know, and, like... You know, Brett and, wow. Not into choking, apparently. That's the point here. But anyway, you know, basically it's like this. The Black King's got the Goliath by the throat. He's choking him. You know, Goku and, Toby the Magnificent just attack him and, like, maybe don't cut his arm off, but definitely, obviously, get, like, their blades into him. Like, Goku has a sword and Toby has the great axe, the, Fluffy Bunny. My phone screen went black because I didn't touch it for 5 seconds because I was too busy choking myself. Again, I'm not into it. I was doing it to enriching the storytelling experience, despite the fact that obviously it makes it harder to talk when you're choking. Basically, the Goliath was turned into a Nightwalker, which I will have to find a picture of and put it up. But yeah, and it reverts to the Goliath and David Goku, used Revive to bring him back to life, because, we're good noodles like that. And then, we also leveled up to level 13, and then we had to make a dramatic escape out of the mountain volcano, because, Mount Volcano is erupting because the Black King got really mad and decided to, blow stuff up. And really quick, I've been thinking about this the whole time I've wanted to record this video. The best parallel I've got for this one is The Simpsons, whenever they go to the candy convention and, Homer basically blows them up with, Pop Rocks and Coke, and I'm going to put that clip in here, and I don't care if this gets removed for it, but God, is it worth it. So... I just love that. I just love that line, see you in hell, candy boys! Ugh! Obviously, recording stuff, I wouldn't mind running away from an explosion. A safe one at some point in my filming career if that ever happens. I don't know if it will. I still have to go back to the Doctor Who series, so potentially there, yada yada, whatever. But yeah, so we leveled up to 13, we got out of the cave, and now we're kind of what do we do now? The catacombs were empty, somebody had gotten to these weapons beforehand. I'm not sure what the next steps are. But I did put in the chats that we have for the group going forward, hey, for next game, maybe we can talk to the Guardian of the Forest, Josiah, and see if she knows anything, because Tarkov didn't know anything, so maybe she saw something, maybe she can point us in the right direction, or maybe we just find the other 2 horsemen I think we have to defeat, and go from there. Or something. I don't know. We'll see what Connor comes up with. Connor, you've been doing a great job. Like I said, I love the story building and the, hey, these are other characters that I have, from other campaigns and I wanted to bring in here as, NPCs for this. And, it's cool and interesting and I love it. Again, you're doing a wonderful job. David, Regina, Marissa, Toby, Brett. God. You guys are, sorry, you guys are doing a good job too. I love... how you guys are taking part in this, and also, watching out for young Christopher, at the time. You're all doing good work. Keep it up. I'm having fun with you guys. I was a bit nervous for that time where I wasn't able to attend game, and then I came back, and, it feels like nothing is really... There's no bad blood or ill will or anything for that, and I thank you guys. That's really nice. I've got my social anxiety issues with that, but that was months ago, and we're good, and I'm just putting it out here for some reason. So yeah, that's it. D&D Vlogs episode, hopefully 10, 11, 12, I don't know. Whatever number it is, it's done. So, we'll see what happens next time. So until then, everyone, have fun, stay safe, keep hydrated, and of course remember, every character has a story to tell. I'm Valiant Bradley James, the character investigator, Burgle, Badger, Shepin, and this was the D&D Vlogs. Peace.